on social media is not necessarily true. Like there's so many ways of verifying, and these stories sometimes they tend to gain traction because people sometimes like such messy stories because people enjoy them. And then Apa Lawrence Kihanya from the DMV anasema, why is it so hard to get a visa at your level? Aren't there international agreements for athletes like you, like a diplomatic passport of some sort? Now, I was trying to avoid that question, but because...
but we'll just answer it.
Real quick. And this happened last year in Eugene, Oregon, and you arrived, I think, just a day before.
And there was a lot of hoopla, there was a lot of brouhaha and online furor about that.
I really don't know what really happened, and I still don't know, but I don't want to talk about that. But the government is working on giving us diplomatic passports.
So that'll be amazing.
We are really looking forward to that. Hopefully, before the start of next season, we'll have our diplomatic passports.
Oh, that is nice. That is nice. So that means we can JKA unatumele VIP section. Not section ya raia.
Now let me say something. I was talking with Lawrence. He was asking me, he was asking that question. I told him, boss, ask. It's a very good question. Ask, because when the roles are reversed, I don't think, and he was giving an example like Pulisic, if he's going to come to Kenya, Ama Noah Lyles, Ama the guys who came for the
Keno Classic.
I don't think there would have been a problem, or there was a problem getting there. Right? But on the reverse side, and we have seen this, and it has actually, it always boils our blood that, you're looking at Ferdinand at this level, this stature, having problems getting to the tournament.
Okay.
But if they can come up with something where ni kuingia tu na ni haraka upes, I think that will be sound.
I think that idea of a diplomatic passport is just super genius.
Yes.
That makes it easy, and there's no issue, like when it comes to going competing abroad. Omosh.
Omanyala, karibu. Swali yangu is back on that diplomatic passport thing. Is that something new, or it's something they have done before, or they've realized that there's a need for it because it funguas doors?
I've not had any athlete unless I haven't just asked clearly, but I think there's something new that's coming up.
Okay. All right,
it's going to be a collaboration between the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and the Ministry of Sport. So
all right,
I'm really looking forward to that.
So we are going to follow up on that. And Sleodwar here says, as Kenya, how can we encourage and nurture people who want to get into 100-meter races? Later on in the show, we're going to be talking about this, so stay tuned for that. And then Jojionge hapa anasema baba yao Jojionge karibu sana. And then Mukurima says...
Show leo imejawaluya.
I know. But now Mukurima is also saying zinaweza enda Baricho.
Anauliza.
It's a question. I also speak Lunje. I don't even know what that is. But that doesn't sound like Luya. But Mukurima today is claiming to be a Luya. Sawa. And then Lawrence Kianya says it's unbelievable. Passport issue has never been implemented. And then Chief Louis says Ababu spoke about the diplomatic passports. It is in the works. So that's very good. And I want to remind all those who are tuned in that you tuned into the One Mic Show, and I'm your co-host and producer, Ali Badawi. Our guest tonight is Africa's 100 meters champion, Ferdinand Omanyala. He's scheduled to suit up tomorrow, Saturday the 16th, for a 100-meter race at 1:07 p.m. Pacific time, 4:07 p.m. Eastern time, 3:07 p.m. Central Time at the Diamond League in Eugene, Oregon's Prefontaine Classic. This race will feature American world champion Noah Lyles and Botswana's Letsile Tebogo. It will be aired live on NBC Sports for those who have cable, and the Wonder Diamond League YouTube page apparently might be showing it. I'm not sure, because there are parts of the world where they block it. And of course, like Border Lounge, which Uno Mike is going to be talking about it shortly. And word has it that a number of Kenyans from Portland, Oregon and Seattle, Washington are making their way down to Eugene to see Omanyala in action at the Prefontaine Classic tomorrow. Now, later in the show, we will be talking about diet and nutrition Mike is going to be talking about diet and nutrition. Is going to be talking to Omanyala about it, because that's a very fundamental part for optimal performance. So we want you to stay tuned for that. But before we continue, Mike and Mika again, there's a collaboration the One Mic Show has with Bora Lounge. Please remind again Omanyala, maybe akwa amesikia vizuri, about what this partnership is about and everybody else who might benefit from this partnership. Mike.
So, the partnership that we have is with Bora Lounge, Bora Lounge, boralounge.com. And I think Wangura has actually posted the link. So it's a collabo between the One Mic Show and Bora Lounge. For the World Cup, the Rugby World Cup that already started last Friday. So every weekend, if there's a rugby match, boralounge.com is live. And in addition to that, the man, the myth, the legend, for those of you can see, is right here behind me on this screen over here, will be running tomorrow, 107 PUM. EST.
Pacific time,
which is
407 Eastern time, 307 Central time, Mountain time. I
don't know.
They can figure out what time that
Most
is.
important, 107 p.m. Pacific time.
Yes.
Ferdinand, the man, the myth, the legend, 9.66 is in trouble.
Then there's something I've noticed on the live stream. I can see Mary Mora. Please confirm if you're the Mary Mora who's the 800 meters champion, who beat a thing. Was it a thing this, a thing that? Was a thing who? That American. A thing Mu. Yeah. She was the favorite. But guess what, Mary Mora? If it's that Mary Mora who's tuned in, we also want to interview you. You know? Because Mary Mora, I believe, is also going to be running this weekend. I don't know what time the 800 meters for women is going to be, because there's so many other Kenyans who are running.
Yes.
There's Mary Mora, Faith Kipyegon is already in the house, and there's quite a number of other Kenyan runners who are out this weekend. So Mary Mora, please inbox the One Mic Show. We'd like to talk to you. That dance that you did, man, I was so happy. I was watching that race with an American friend of mine, and I was so happy because it was all about I think this, I think that, I think who, I think mu. But Mary Mora alimpita na kenda kashinda hiyo race. I really love this. This is so amazing. So that's another champ who's also tuned in on the One Mic Show. And then I can see Washeke is telling Mukurima that whatever he wrote claiming is Luhya is not even Kikuyu, it's Kirinyaga or Ndia. I believe those are other deeper dialects of Kikuyu. So Mukurima, you need to practice your Kiluya. You need to ask for a refund for whoever was teaching you that Luhya.
You guys, Estambulusa diplomatic.
Estambulusa amekuja na but I like Estambulusa because
I totally see Esther's question, but I'm feeling like it's
and
not a politician.
Of course, and this is not up to Omanyala, because her question is, what about buying fake IDs for our sportsmen and women? That's beyond our scope. When we interview Ababu, we're gonna ask him that question.
Ferdinand amecheka sana.
Or maybe I don't know whether Ferdinand maybe had something to say about that. Ama kama ni stories za mitandao.
Alikuwa recipient.
No, I had that story somewhere, and I looked at like people like just tumezoea kutype kwa social media without facts.
There you go. Okay.
I wonder where Adidas and Kenya zinaingiliana, because Kenya is signed with Nike, so there's no way a Kenyan athlete should wear an Adidas kit. So there's no way a government will buy a fake Adidas to give to their athletes who really know that wako signed to Nike.
And
so
this,
I think
thank you for that clarification.
Thank you for the clarification. And that's why I tell people, whatever you see on social media is not necessarily true. There's so many ways of verifying. And these stories, sometimes they tend to gain traction because people sometimes like such messy stories, because people enjoy them. And then I see Washeke is saying, Mary Mora, is that you, champ? Mary Mora, people are trying to find, I think it is you. And if it's you, Mary, we also want you, like on the hot seat.
Facebook zurura.
Yeah, we nenda ukazurure because we need to verify. Hatutaki iwe tena ni mtu mwingine tu ameingia kama Mary Mora, kama vile tuko na Robert Mugabe.
Ametengeneza hapa fake account
Yeah.
Sudo.
Unajua kama vile tuko na
Robert Mugabe.
Robert Mugabe vile wanaingia kwa streams as zingine. But anyway, and then let me see so Esther Mulusa is saying that story was in Parliament. And then another trick question here coming from Lawrence. Alfred Eyenga. Wachana na hiyo Lawrence. Your Lawrence will come back to it. But Alfred Eyenga is asking, can Qatar purchase you? Omanyala. Uko na bei.
Amekuja tu na nini?
Let me answer that question because you know most comments like nikipost, sometimes I post my own stuff. Most comments kiamsaya kwambia so enda ubaiwe na Bahrain, enda ubaiwe na Qatar. Let me now explain how hard it is. So let me say I want to go and get that citizenship. So for me to get that citizenship now, I'll have to wait for 4 years without competing, without doing any races. Go and stay in that country for the 4 years.
Wow.
And see that it's a guarantee that you'll get that citizenship. The World Athletics guys will have to monitor you while you're staying there. And then before they accept you to like transfer your allegiance, you might not even compete again because sasa denounce citizenship of the other country. You have wasted 4 years of trying to get the allegiance of the other country. You're not competing. You're not making money. So you can imagine how much you're losing in changing your citizenship. So no, I'm not changing my citizenship.
Okay, you had it on the OneMicShow.
Categorical.
Yes, Omanyala is not changing his citizenship.
Fred hiyo swali tena.
Yeah, and there's actually
Nika Fred ametumwa ka agent. Alikuwa mwonapo commission, unajua mwana transfer za Saudi Arabia
alikuwa nangoja ka 1%.
Anaweza kula ka 10%.
Okay. Sasa there's actually a Kenyan lady from Makueni County, Yavi. I can't remember her first name. I believe she's running for Bahrain. And I think we would love to talk to her just to know. She's very young, so I think she might have gone through this process from before. Because a lot of people don't know that. People just think that, Bahrain embassy calls you.
Yeah. Qatar ni aje?
Wanakupatia do.
Naweza kimbilia next year.